Hey guys, this is Tom from Tom Builds Stuff, and today I'm going to show you this Milwaukee Switchblade plumber self-feed bit set, which features replaceable blades and feed screws. First, I did get these bits at no charge to provide a review on HomeDepot.com. I'll still tell you if they suck, but I generally only make videos for things I think are really good or really, really bad, so stick around and find out which. Self-feed drill bits are very popular with plumbers and electricians or anyone that regularly has to make holes in framing. They're generally more expensive than hole saws, but they're a lot faster and easier to use. One of the big reasons is you don't have to spend time removing the cutout plug like you do with a hole saw. They look and work more like Forstner bits that just bore out the hole, except they also have a screw point that feeds the bit into the wood. The difference between the Milwaukee Switchblade self-feed bits and other self-feed bits is that the blade and the feed screw are replaceable. Now, why is it awesome to have replaceable blades and feed screws? Well, blades become dull with use, but more important than that is they can get damaged. You're on a job site, could be new construction or remodel, you're boring holes to run your pipes, and bam, you hit a screw or a nail, which tend to be common in framing lumber in a house. Now, your bit is all chewed up. What are you going to do? Plumbers in my area charge about $150 to $200 or more an hour. Are you going to charge that much just to sit there and file your bits? Is that a good value for your clients? Is that how you want to spend your day? With the Milwaukee Switchblade bits, you just replace the damaged blade and keep working. It's very easy to change the blades. Just loosen the set screw with the included Allen key. Pull out the feed screw, and then pull out the blade. Put in a new blade. Replace the feed screw or put in a new feed screw if that was damaged, and then tighten it back up with the Allen key. Now you're good to go. Replacement blades are sold in packs and they go for about $3 or $4 each, which I think is reasonable. And especially when you consider that these are not cheap bits, and self-feed bits in general are not cheap. The kit comes with a hard case, a small parts organizer inside the case for holding replacement blades and other parts. It does come with a set of replacement blades, 4 feed bits, and 4 set screws. It has a 5.5-inch extension with a quick release fitting, the Allen key for replacing the blades, and it comes with 4 different bits. The smallest bit is the 1 3/8" bit. A lot of plumbers seem to have normalized on 1 3/8 for a lot of supply lines and use those PEX suspender grommet things in the hole around the pipe, even for copper pipe. If you still use mostly copper pipe, you might want to pick up some of Milwaukee's speed feed auger bits for those smaller holes. Model 48-13-0400 includes the 3/4 inch and 1 inch auger bits you'll need for 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch copper respectively. Kinda wish they included those 2 bits with this set, since they're kinda cheap compared to the self-feed bits and would have made this a more complete set for plumbers. Next up is a 1.5-inch bit. You could use this for 1 inch and 1 1/4 inch copper pipe, as well as 1 inch PVC. I don't think most plumbers will use it that much, except maybe people doing irrigation or who still run copper heating pipes. I like that it's included though. Then we have the 2 1/8-inch bit. This will be used for 1 1/4 inch and 1 1/2 inch PVC pipe. The largest bit in the set is 2 9/16 inch. You'll need this for running 2-inch PVC waste and bend pipes. For larger 3 and 4-inch pipes, you'll have to get separate bits, and I don't think Milwaukee's come out with Switchblade versions of those yet. The standard self-feed bits in those sizes are pretty expensive to begin with, so a lot of people wind up using just hole saws for that, and I think a lot of plumbers will just, since it's pretty much for 3-inch and 4-inch pipe, you're pretty much taking up all the stud anyway. A lot of people just chop that up with a hacksaw and put some sort of reinforcing plate, mending plate, which I think it's going to depend on your jurisdiction what's code and what's not. I'm going to be using this Milwaukee M18 Super Hole Hog to test these bits. This is an awesome tool. I really love it. I have the version that uses the normal chuck. These bits will work with a normal chuck or I guess the quick change chuck that you can also get with the whole Hawg and the Super Hawg. This has a high and a low speed setting. On high, you can only use up to 2 9/16 inch self-feed bits, which is the largest bit in this set, so you could use all these bits on high speed. On low, you can go up to 4 5/8 inch. That's the size you'll need for 4-inch waste pipe. I'm going to use low even for these smaller bits, because on low, it uses a clutch that will engage if the bit binds up and will prevent the drill from spinning around and banging my legs or twisting my arm off. If you haven't guessed by the fact that this is as big and as heavy as a baby, this is a really powerful drill, and you got to be careful with it. Okay, I have this 2x3 clamped into this small workbench, and we'll try out the 1 3/8 inch bit first. See how that goes. Alright, I didn't drill that straight, but that's my fault. But otherwise it makes a nice clean cut. And since this is the smaller bit and I'm not feeling any resistance, I'm going to try this on high speed and see how that goes. That's pretty nice. It leaves a huge hole in this wood. Doesn't take much effort, wasn't really binding at all. It was really smooth and cuts very fast. Okay, now I've moved up to the 2 1/8. I skipped a size. So this is the largest I could get in this piece of scrap, so let's try this out. And I switched the speed of the drill to low. Really nice, cuts very easy, goes in really smooth, doesn't take much effort. The only thing I'm doing is holding the drill up. Okay, now I have the 2 9/16 inch bit in there, and I have a wider board here, so let's check that out. Again, I'm on low speed. Alright, yeah, it did kind of get away from me a little bit. It's not used to drilling holes that big. Let's try it one more. I should have been on the other side, so I'm bracing the drill. So let's try this one more time. So now I'm bracing it against my body. Goes pretty smooth. Makes a nice clean hole. I think this is a very innovative design from Milwaukee that can save a lot of time and money. It has the most common bits a plumber will need, and they're really well made and cut fast. Pair it with a M18 Super Hawg and you'll be roughing in homes very fast with no power without tripping over cords. I think this is a great idea for these types of bits. The model number for this kit is 4922-5100. I'll have a link in the description where you can find it at Home Depot. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I haven't been making a lot of videos yet, but you can find a lot of great articles on my site that cover building cabinets and drawer boxes, closet organizers and other furniture and DIY projects, some home improvement tips, tool reviews, and information on structured media wiring, so please check out tombuildstuff.blogspot.com, linked in the description below.